Hi everyone. I thought I'll make a video about me sharing a couple of tips how I've been able to keep the weight off for 12 years. So a lot of you know that I lost 60 pounds in 8 months, but what the fuck did I do when trying to keep it off for 12 years? So the most important thing is when you're trying to lose weight, you want to make it sustainable in a way that you are able to follow a diet and nutrition, a workout plan where you are able to eat foods that you enjoy, but also having suggestions from your coach where you are eating like higher protein, high fat, high carb, more slow digestible carbs, and also high fiber, because that is just helping you meeting your calorie deficit and also your macros. And so if you have that in check, that's awesome. So what I was personally was doing is that I was a very social guy back in the days when I was trying to lose weight. So I had a lot of things that I want to do, like a ex-girlfriend where I'm just going out with dinner a lot and family vacations and also just eating out. But what I always try to focusing on is just because you are at your heaviest weight you've ever been, you tried every single thing trying to lose the weight and not seeing the results that you want, and binge eating and yo-yo dieting, just because you've been doing that, you shouldn't keep doing that fucking dumb thing. So what I was doing is I was thinking, how can I specifically tailor it to, if I have a family gathering, let's say Saturday evening. I know that I work my face off Monday to Friday. I follow my diet and nutrition plan, and then like 1 or 2 times a week, I'm just going out with. Let's say you have a girlfriend. Let's say I have a girlfriend. I'm going out with her. So I'm going out with her like Wednesday evening and Saturday evening. So what I usually do is that I'm just working out in the morning, like 7 a.m. I'm working out on an empty stomach, doing cardio, strength training, and then afterwards I am fasting like an hour or two afterwards, and I'm breaking my fast like 11 p.m. and then I'm just solely for the whole day I'm focusing on just getting proteins. So I'm drinking like a protein shaker with 90 grams of protein and 400 grams of skim milk and a couple of low fat cookies. And then I'm just making sure that 3 p.m. I'm eating 200 grams of chicken breast and also some vegetables, because I just want to feel full. And carbs are what I want to allocate to the evening, because just imagine that I have like 2,600 calories to lose weight, to be in a calorie deficit, and I am sparing like 2,000 calories to the evening. So throughout the day, I'm just eating 600 calories or 800 calories, and I am also making sure that I'm hitting my protein intake like 70%, 50 or 70% of my daily protein intake, so I am not feeling so hungry throughout the day and maintain my muscle mass. So in the evening, I have like 2,000 calories to eat what the fuck I want. Of course, I'm not saying that you should go on a fucking binge and eat out too much, but it just gives you more flexibility, because I'm someone I'm always fucking ambitious when it comes to trying to lose weight or business or what the fuck I'm spending my time on. So I just want to have a balance where I'm able to like being very ambitious with working out and dieting and losing the weight, and also like being social. So I'm doing the same thing like for Saturday evening when I'm going out with family, when my girlfriend is inviting me for some dinner with her parents' place. So that's basically just what I've been doing, like to lose the weight and keep it off. Keep it off is very important. And some other things that you might wondering is, if you have a lot of cravings, it's like I'm just drinking a couple of sodas, because if you have cravings, that's just inevitable, because if you are in a calorie deficit, you're just feeling some cravings. There's not so much you can do about it. It's just how you are dealing with it. So I'm just, sometimes if I feel hungry and have some cravings, and just drink some water, because water is just filling me up. And I also, when I'm trying to I'm making sure that when I'm trying to focusing on this new lifestyle change. It's still a journey, like 12, 15 years, keeping the weight off. It's still a lot of the same beliefs that I had back in the days that I've just been trying to rewrite. What that basically means is that if you're someone who are struggling with keep trying to binge all the time, it's because you have a lot of things in your mind that makes you feel like you need that shit. So what I was doing is I was making sure that I was focusing on a higher version of myself, who I want to become. Because if you are focusing on who you want to become and think about the kind of habits that person is having, that just motivates you to be better than yesterday. Because if you keep going back to your old habits, the old habits that you have are just associated to an old version of you who might be lazy, overweight, having high blood pressure, diabetes. You are feeling breathless when you're walking, and you're also struggling with wearing the clothes that you want. That's the old version of you. And the reason why you are on this fucking channel is that you just want some clear, simple tips to lose the weight and keep it off. And that's what I'm going to give you. And I know that in my other videos I'm cursing not so much, but in this video I don't fucking care, because that's just me when I'm just making videos. But when you're trying to lose weight, you also have to consider that maybe try 90-10%, where you are following your diet and nutrition plan like 90% of the time to making very great results, and 10% you just splurging sometimes. Of course, you have to do it strategically, just like I told you with eating out and being flexible with that. That's also called flexible dieting, because at the end of the day, a diet is just a way to fuel your body with the right nutrition. Because I'm someone who works 5 times a week, I'm doing 5 times of cardio, I'm walking like 12,000 steps. So in order for me to burn a lot of fat, but also having energy for that and also for working, I also need to fuel my body with the right nutrition. So the mindset shit I had was I'm treating my body like a professional athlete, because professional athletes, they are very high performers, so they need to understand what they need to fuel their body with. Like if you are someone who's eating like shit every single day, with eating McDonald's, processed foods that are not so high in fiber, for example white bread too much, you're not going to feel full, and your energy level is just going to zigzag too much, and you're not feeling like you're in control of your own life, because you're just feeling sluggish. And I don't want you guys to feel that you are just going to pass out or being afraid that you cannot perform at work, because that's just how you're doing. But yeah, if you are someone who's been struggling with this for so long, I highly recommend you that you are having someone who holds you accountable. Because when I was trying this shit for myself, like I think 12 years ago, I was trying one coach. He gave me a lot of supplements to drink, like protein shakers and bars, and I was just like, fuck, I'm farting all the time because I have too much gas in my stomach, because my body cannot hold all that like milk in myself. So I had to switch to other diets and another coach, and then I got help from a professional pro fitness model who also helped me with understanding compound movement and isolation movement. But the problem was that there was no check-in, so I definitely learned about the importance of checking in. Because if you're someone who's trying to lose weight, the reason why you want to track it is, if you're not fucking tracking your diet, you're never going to lose weight, in the sense that you don't know where you are standing. If you are following your diet and nutrition plan, you should understand that you are at for example, 80 kilos. Then if you in the next week increase your weight to 85 kilos, you probably done like doing some dumb shit with eating too much. And if you're not understanding what you've been doing wrong, and you keep doing these things, you're just increasing your weight, and that's going the wrong right direction. Because if you're trying to lose weight, you have to adjust the things that you've been struggling with, and then you just decrease. If you're going out eating too much, you just stop doing that too much, like hold it back to once a week once every second week, so you can dial that down and you lose weight even faster. But yeah, and this last coach was just someone who taught me a lot about calories, nutrition, and compound movement, isolation movement. A lot of these fucking terms I've been throwing around on this YouTube challenge for you guys to understand like what the fuck that really takes to lose the weight and keep it off. Because at the end of the day, when I'm seeing so many of these fucking YouTubers who are making these dumb videos with 5 minutes ab workout and what the fuck they are telling you to do, it's just, I think it's a lot of bullshit because they're just focusing a lot of vanity metrics and feel like they're helping a lot of people with their videos. Of course, you're going to lose weight either way if you are being a bit more active, following a diet, if you're following a workout. But the problem is that it's not very precise in picturing what you should actually do. It's like if you are saying that 5 minutes ab workouts are very high demand and popular, but it doesn't help you lose weight if you're only doing crunch, because if you are not getting a right understanding of what you should eat, you're never going to lose weight. So you can work your face off in the gym or do all these fucking ab workouts, but if you're just eating plain dumb shit and you're not following a calorie deficit diet, you're not going to lose weight. And abs are just the same muscle groups, just like the other muscle groups in your body, where you're just focusing on progressive overload when you are working out. And I don't recommend you guys to doing home workouts because you don't fucking have all the equipment and you don't have enough resistance when you're trying to break down these muscle tissues, compared to when you're in the gym where you can play on all the exercises and you can target the muscle groups from every other area. Yeah, that's just what I have for you guys today. So if you're an ambitious professional working a full-time job and you're at your heaviest weight you've ever been, and you have diabetes, high blood pressure, you have a lot of health issues, and really not feeling confident talking with clients or doing presentation, I would love to invite you on a free strategy call with me where I can help you, giving you advice how you can lose the weight and keep it off so you can feel more healthy, confident, have a fuckload of energy, talk with clients and doing presentations. I definitely look forward to talk with you. Bye.